Welcome to another episode of the Bourbon Experience, and what we've decided to do today is a comparison between a couple of bourbons that we have. The Larceny Small Batch, which gets a lot of really good reviews, and then the Leadslingers Bourbon Whiskey, which is a owned by a veteran-owned bourbon. And I think it's out of Oklahoma is where it is.
I'll grab the bottle.
Well, it is out of Oklahoma, so I'm just telling you. I already know. So anyways, so we want to do a little tasting. Wanted to kind of give a little props to the Leadslingers. Actually, this was given to me by a buddy of mine, by Kenny, and we thought we'd give it a
Hopefully
shot.
you'll see Kenny in a future video.
Well, yeah, Kenny.
This is public peer pressure for getting Kenny on.
That's right. So get it together, buddy.
You watch your ass.
You watch.
I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor a harumph.
You watch your ass.
I've never done that.
Anyway.
I've never washed my ass either.
No.
Yeah.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
I'm sorry, sir. There must have been a microconverter malfunction.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
So Larceny is a Heaven Hill product, and this is their small batch. It's a 92 proof.
Every time I hear about Larceny, it's more of the praises of their barrel proof.
Yeah, right. Which I would like to have a shot at.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the small batch wise, like if you can get a sense of what it is, but hey, maybe we'll find something out here that maybe we didn't pick up on earlier, because it's been a bit since I've had it. The Leadslingers, again, this is an 80 proof, so it's going to be thinner. And I had something, as we mentioned before, my buddy Kenny gave it to us, and Larceny first one. Yeah.
Well,
I don't see my legs on that one.
yeah, there's not a lot of viscosity with this one.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? With a bullet.
It does have a nice aroma. There's a nice aroma there.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see if that translates.
Yeah.
But it's a good aroma.
It's not bad.
I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, it's kind of thin.
Yeah.
It's oaky.
Yeah. It bites a bit.
There's a little medicinal band-aidy type of thing that I'm getting.
I can't get away from that with this.
Yeah, and it's so you get a little. So what I'm getting, I mean, this is going kind of weird. So I almost feel like I'm Trent on Basement Bourbon Bar, but I'm getting bubblegum and Band-Aids.
Are you sure you know what you're saying?
I mean, I don't know the bubble gum, but the Band-Aid I get.
Yeah, but it's kind of this weird. The mid palates it's a light bubblegum, but when that finish and the coat, it's all Band-Aid.
Yeah.
It's very medicinal.
Okay, well, and
Well, when you say bubble gum, I immediately think double bubble.
Yeah, well, no, that's.
And I don't
with a little cartoon in there.
yeah, with the cartoon, right? But that's it's a real strong flavor,
The double bubble is real strong. This is
and I don't get that intensity out of this. What I get out of this is a lot of bite on my tongue in the process.
I think that's the oak.
Is that the oak?
I think that's the oak.
And
Yeah,
not a
there's
lot of taste.
The aroma was nice. I will give him.
Yeah, there's
not bad.
There's a drying element to this. So I mean, there is a bit of a tannin kind of finish along with that medicinal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not one of those things I would turn down, right?
Yeah.
If it's what you have on your shelf, if it's what you're offering, then I'll be like, sure. It's not going to be like, well, I've got water or Jack Daniels, and I'll say I'll take some water.
Bottle of Jack Daniels, please.
I would take Larceny over Jack Daniels. There's not a second thought to that.
On the flip side of that, I have had Larceny before. I don't remember when.
Yeah.
But I wasn't impressed overly with with it at that time,
Mhm.
and that has influenced my likelihood of trying it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay, well then let's get over to the Leadslingers and give that a go, and see if again we're talking about a 12 different proof, but does Leadslingers overtake Larceny?
Yeah.
Not so much of aroma.
It actually coats better than the Larceny, though.
It does. Yeah,
It does. There's a thicker hold to it.
Oh yeah.
And the legs actually are just starting to descend on this. I mean, it's got a slower leg drop. So there's a little bit of
Better
an oily
garters.
residue. Yeah, but there's a better oily residue with this one that kind of holds to the glass. So
I will say this: when Kenny first gave me this bottle, I had a sip, and I was like, okay, it's okay. It's thin. There's something fruity at the very beginning. It's very, very oaky at the very end. At the very end. So that overtakes what you just had.
yeah, I will say aroma wise, I would give it to Larceny.
Yes.
'Cause there's not a lot
There's not a lot
in the aroma department.
That-
And that could be the whole proofing down to 80%.
I
That kind of does the Leadslingers
I can
a
see that.
disservice. I would really like to taste this one at a 90 to 100 proof.
Okay, that's a great point.
Because you're right, there is something there. The problem is that I'm having with it is I'm getting the building blocks at the front of the tongue, and then the rest of the Legos aren't there.
Yeah.
And that's not, and I don't, and I'm not trying to say this to crap on them, because I think there really is something good there with Leadslingers, and hopefully they have bourbons out there that have a higher proofing, because I would really like to try that. With this one, it does leave me a bit wanting, because you get that initial hit. I like that initial hit,
There was something.
and then it just kind of falls away. It almost doesn't make it to mid palate.
And I think that's where the oak kind of overtakes it. So when I first had that, all I was tasting was the oak, and okay, that's not bad, but there was something there now this time that was sitting right before that.
I would wholeheartedly agree with that the oak. It just
Go back and smell it again.
that's all that sits there.
I would love to have something that was 100 proof from these guys.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because this is 80, as I remember.
It is.
And I don't
this
know.
is 92. Kicking both of them up to 100 proof would give you a better focus on the taste.
I definitely agree with that.
And I think that's kind of the lesson for today. Like Larceny, I mentioned earlier, I hear a lot of good things about their barrel proof.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm really interested in trying that.
What is barrel proof 100?
No, barrel proof for Larceny is about 125, I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Big kick.
That's home.
What they
For me.
do, but they need, a lot of these companies though need to, I think, need to come out with something that's that 100 proof range. I don't know if they do. This is
Larceny. I'm not sure. I haven't looked them up, because my experience has been with the small batch with them, and I'm not overly impressed. So again, that's me probably erroneously writing them off.
Yeah.
But again, when you're dealing with a lot of stuff that we have out there available to us, it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so really quickly then, which one, if you had to pick?
Based just on what's in this bottle alone,
Yeah.
I've got to go with Larceny.
Okay.
Based on potential, I
Yeah.
got to go with the Leadslingers. There's something there that I
think it's
really that I'm anticipating out of them. I've got a lot of higher hopes for the Leadslingers than I do for the Larceny. You guys are, you may be a Larceny fan and be like, Nathan, you're crazy.
You're nuts,
and you're absolutely right.
Not my crazy, or is he crazy?
Well, but the other thing is we haven't had the higher proofs. But
Yeah.
a lot of people that do like that larceny that I have watched on, they like that tannin, that oak, that leathery flavor, and that falls in that realm.
And in that regard, if you like that tannin oak kind of finish, Leadslingers might be something that's worth a try for you.
I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
Again, wary because it is proof down to 80. So I mean, it is light and it looks light. I mean, there's not a lot of color to it, so you know what you're getting with it. That's not to say that there isn't a lot of potential with it.
Yeah.
And I would be very interested to see something from their distillery.
I would be all over it.
And-
I'd try it.
Oh, I'd absolutely,
All over it. Yeah.
I would absolutely buy a bottle of some higher proof Leadslingers just so that I could sit there and see what this bottle was giving me a preview of.
What do you think, Bob?
I like the Leadslingers.
You like the Leadslingers better?
Yeah. I did in my in-depth analysis. It's good. I liked it better.
Okay, so I think mine is gonna be very similar to Nathan's, although I think I'm gonna lean more towards the Leadslingers because of the middle palate was really good for me.
Mhm.
I really liked that, and I didn't pick up on it last time. So to be honest with you, I'm really glad that we did this, because when I just had the Leadslingers, I was like, oh, it's okay. But when we compare it to the Larceny, it's like, okay, I can start pull some of those flavors out of it a little bit and get something different. But anyway, so yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Leadslingers over the Larceny. All right, well, there you go. So 2 out of the 3 voted for the Leadslingers. Nathan voted for the Larceny, which
well, ish. I mean,
Ish, yeah.
I have votes for both in their own respect.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate you. We're having probably too much fun. All right, we're having too much fun. We're hoping you're enjoying it.
For all bourbondom.
Thanks again for joining.